Let's get into the barbering aspect of it. So nowadays, you do the music and everything. You got your hobbies, your businesses, but you barber now. How did you get into that and why?
So basically, I got into barbering because one day I was just hanging around at the barbershop, doing what motherfuckers
You're
do.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then shout out to G Spot G.
Hmm.
Uh he was looking at me one day and was like, "Yeah, man." Cause I told him I draw and shit like that. So he like, "Yeah, man." So then he like look at me one day. He's like, "Man, if you know how to draw and shit, you know what I'm saying, you could probably cut hair. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same shit as drawing." Then he was like, and then if you think about it, it's kind of like selling dope. Cause you get money, you know, you know, on the spot, you feel me? So it's like, you certified pocket stuffing. He was like, you already used to doing that if you out here hustling. So then I'm like sitting there thinking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, you give a nigga a clean cut, you gonna get that money right there. You stuff it right in your pocket." So then I'm like sitting there thinking at him, like thinking about it, like, damn, he right about that. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, he used to start doing the math. Yeah, you do 4 5 hits. Woo, woo. How much money you making doing? Woo, woo. So I'm just sitting there thinking, and the cold part about it was when I was growing up and I was doing a little shit in the streets, I was getting haircuts and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some of my partners in school was cutting hair,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn. I wish I could do that, but nobody where I was at, the niggas wasn't doing that type of shit. Niggas wasn't united like that. The Mexicans had everything on lock. Shout out to Eric, one of the best barbers in the mad right now. But it was nobody black. It was Pete, but Pete wasn't. He didn't have his own shop. But it was like it wasn't no black barbers out there like that. So
Right.
it was like shit. I wasn't. Everybody else was selling dope. So I was like shit. So when I came out here and when I got older, after all that shit was happening, I was sitting in the shop with him. I'm like, damn, this nigga running all this shit by himself. Like he is a businessman. Like he probably got some information that I could probably use.
Right.
So and I did admire G because he kind of remind me of some shit that I would want to, like I
Yeah.
wanted to do some shit like
Yeah.
that. So that's why I was around him so much because I like the energy that he had as far as his hustle game. It was like he a little bit of everything like me, you feel me? So I was like, damn, let me try this out. And that's when I met you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you was doing the little music shit, and I was like, damn, it felt like I'm in the right place at the right time type shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
And then after that, it was up, like, you know what I'm saying? But, I think the barber game is a little bit harder than the dope game. You know what I'm saying? Cause
That's because it's more rewarding.
yeah,
Because at the end of the barbering game, if you play it right, you're legit and you're legal and you don't have to look over your fucking shoulder every day.
yeah,
At the end of the dope game, somebody wants to take it or put you away.
yeah,
So I think that's why it's harder.
yeah. And I put all that in the aspect, and I was like, you know what? I know where God, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using auto suggestion.
Yeah.
And then G gave me this book called 16 Laws to Success by Napoleon Hill. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The nigga, be on the shit too. So I'm like, damn, I started reading that book and the shit started like I started like really like started, meditating and started really thinking like, you know what I'm saying, using my brain, like you feel me, and like trying to use my God given talents, and barbering was like the most convenient one for me, like because
Well, I want to give a shout out to G because a lot of people don't really have those influences that guide you the right way.
yeah,
And rather than guide you towards the dope game or something that could get you shot or in jail,
yeah,
I like that he put that inspiration for positivity in your ear. You know what I mean? So shout out to G. We need more people like that out there looking out for each other with positive suggestions. So shout out to G.
yeah. And shout out to Picasso Cuts, man. Shout out to my master barber Cam, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he put me in a position where, you know, it's a hard time in the game right now. It's a recession.
Mm-hmm.
It's all type of shit going on. But he keeping your boy in the game right now. And when he does, like, you know what I'm saying, he opened a few doors just as well as you. You guys opened a lot of doors for me that I probably wouldn't have got just so fucking with some other
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Well,
You feel
shit.
me?
Each one teach one. We're all supposed to help each other out. All right. So, what is it about the barber game that you fuck with? Why you enjoy the barber game so much?
I enjoy the barber game because it's like a broad it's like a it's not one dimensional. Like you could get in the barber game and you could do so many things and it opens so many doors and there's so much shit you can do in the game. You know what I'm saying? You could have a you could have a barber chair and you could have like some other shit going on in your store. So like um me, I get bored fast. So like, with me being a barber, I could cut somebody hair. I could do 2 3 heads, bam, make, 50 60 $80, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then I could be like, fuck it, I need to go over here, you know what I'm saying, and go handle this, or I could go work on this drawing, or I could go, set this up and do this and that. Instead of me just being isolated at one job for so long, and then I start feeling um you know what I'm saying? I start feeling like I'm just secluded to this shit and I'm all my energy is being sucked out of me on some shit that I don't want to do. I feel like a slave and
You
shit. Like,
like you like the freedom to be able to move whenever you want and be on your time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like to be on my
I
time.
think that's probably the number one benefit of being a barber because you work on your schedule.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. So how's the barber money? Is it good?
Barber money is good. It's really good, but that's only if you're like in a high spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're in a nice shop or if you got some good clientele that you've been cutting for years and they rocking with you, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna take care of you. You take care of your clients, they're gonna take care of you. But if you like haven't really put in that good 10 years, or if you don't have a solid foundation, a solid location where motherfuckers just getting off the freeway seeing your shop and like, oh, let me just stop right here, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, you're not really finna be seeing that money like that. It's a real grind, you feel me?
Yeah.
And then it's like a chain. You gotta, because the money, you working for somebody too and they want their money, you feel me? So
Yeah.
you kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you know what I'm saying? All in the end, when you get your shit straight, you gonna be on top.
Yeah.
And then after that, you gonna be like, yeah, that's what I did all this shit for.
Yes, it's like like anything them 10,000 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you put in your 10,000 hours of any job, any career, any profession, that's when you really get to see the fruits of your labor and stuff. So
Yeah. And another thing about being a barber, that's so unique about it is that if you're good at your job, you're not gonna get fired. You can't get fired from nowhere.
right.
You working for somebody, you working for Tesla, them motherfuckers don't like you. You do some shit they don't like, you getting the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to
Yeah.
figure out how you gonna get your stocks back or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you got going over there.
Yeah.
But being a barber, yeah, you might get kicked out of shop. You might, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, you know what I'm saying? They can't stop you from cutting hair.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. Okay.